Hey guys, how's it going? TARDIS9 here. Just a very brief channel update. So, basically, good news and bad news. So, well, I'm afraid naturally we have to start. Well, let's just say probably best to start with the bad news first, get it out of the way. There are still basically some people in the fandom who are just really being just really cruel, to be honest. I mean, it's just. Where do I even begin? I mean, like, seriously. We're still in the throes of things like all engines go and all that stuff. Well, I just feel like sometimes, all this. And yet, well, still, instead of, letting things go in the past, sometimes it just seems like some people just really have it in for each other. I mean, I've been told of some YouTubers who, I won't say mention any names here, who have been, like, attacking others on live streams and, or just basically giving unfair and unconstructive criticisms of, well, of their projects, basically. I've said this before, but, you know, if you want to criticize someone's work, for goodness sakes, keep it constructive. At least things like, outline where they could maybe improve the work or something like that, rather than saying like, oh, this is rubbish, I hate it, blah, 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 blah. That's really not going to get you. That's really not going to get people anywhere. Just breaks my heart sometimes to know that, people still like that. People still do things like that. But, yeah, well, and also it's just things like some people have, like, apparently been using footage from other people's films and live streams, well, in their own live streams, basically. I mean, like, without their permission, okay? I mean, like, that's basically copyright theft at the end of the day. I mean, like, okay, you're not reproducing it for your own entertainment or whatever, but, you're reproducing it full stop, without the other person's permission. Oh, that's just getting people into. That's just going to get you into a whole heap of trouble, seriously. And then there's, well, then there's all these things like certain YouTubers have done. Well, such as, for example, full-out name calling and saying things like, well, saying some pretty incestuous stuff about, well, imagining other YouTubers having sex with members of their own family. Come on, seriously, that is just disrespectful. I mean, literally, I work with children who have a much better sense of humor than that. And that reminds me of something which is part of the good news, but that's not part of the whole point right now. I mean, if someone's wronged you in the past, and you feel like, you're owed a bit of vengeance, or you want justice or something like that, or whatever, I can understand how that feels, but seriously? stooping to name-calling, stealing content, like, outright offending anyone. It just feels a bit like, well, it's just... And not only that, but, you know, forcing people into a depression just because of something they said without being open-minded a little bit. Well, it's just... And also, without really providing much evidence for your case. I mean, like... Well, it's just... I mean, like, okay, you may feel justified or something like that in doing it, but... Well, it's just the thing is... It doesn't always mean it really is right, you know? Sometimes the best thing to do in any fight is just to leave it. I mean, they who walk away live to fight another day, if you ask me. It's just sometimes, if you keep on bringing this matter up, bringing certain matters up, or anything like that, then who's going to be the bigger monster? Who's the one who's going to cause the most heartbreak, the most upset, the most damage, the most distress? Is it them or you? It just breaks my heart to know that some members of the fandom are still like that even now. And I mean, well, that's kind of why I've sort of tried to sometimes play a, well, fairly minimal role in the fandom. Mainly because I don't really want, you know, I don't really want anyone who I may know in the fandom to suffer from it, basically. But also I just feel so disgusted with people in the fandom who do things to hurt others. I mean, like, yeah, those people may have, you know, done something to hurt us in the past, but we can forgive them, you know? I mean, if they really want to try and improve themselves, you know, we gotta give them that chance, basically. And some people just, you know, require a little bit more patience than others. But the problem is, if you aren't willing to forgive them, well, you know, it's fine, you don't have to, but if you're going to just continually, you know, insult people or upset people, just continue to hurt them, well then, as I said before, who's the real monster? Them or you? But, you know, to all those, however, in the fandom who, you know, continue to look out for those people who have been hurt, you know, good on you guys. But to all those who continue to hurt others, for whatever the reason, well, I really wouldn't know what to say to you guys. In other words, though, I've had a couple of good news. Well, a couple of good bits of good fortune, actually. As, well, first off, as you guys may notice, I've got over 1,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for that, you guys. You are all so amazing. I really don't know what I would have done without you guys. So, and yes, don't worry. I know it's been like a couple of weeks since, you know, I hit 1,000, but I'd still actually like to do something to celebrate it. Like, I'm thinking of maybe a question and answer session, or maybe an original story, or possible both, perhaps. But, well, especially since I've still got episode 1 of the Vickerstown Railway Museum series in the works. Okay, yes, I know it's taken me like forever to release that, but it's just things have been pretty hectic for me lately, what with my master's degree and finally getting not one, but 2 jobs, albeit both 0 hours, but both are working with kids, so, and, you know, I'll be happy with them. Well, anyway. All the same, though, I'm thinking of, well, still certainly try and get Vickerstown Railway Museum Episode 1 done as soon as I can, and I hope you guys may like it. So, well, actually no, I hope you will like it. It's about nearly 9:30, so getting a bit tired, jumbled with my words. So, but, you know, basically, I'll let you guys know when I have something planned in concrete, basically, to celebrate 1,000 subscribers, as, you know, I really owe it to you guys. Thanks so much. And also, yeah, and, well, I think that's, actually, no, hang on. Yeah, still continuing with writing my own original stories as well. So, you know, hopefully have something published by Christmas as well. It's like, you know, a sort of non-Thomas related project, but, well, you know, I just love writing stories that so much, me. But, yeah, I haven't really had much time for much writing, unfortunately. Mainly because of my degree and also starting my new jobs, so, which, you know, I think you also heard the news about my master's degree. I'm going to be graduating in January with a merit in early years education, so, you know, I just feel so proud of that myself, but, and, well, also things like that, just sort of, and also the jobs, they sort of, yeah, you know, basically life's gotten a bit hectic for it, but I still have a couple of original stories up my sleeve, not only Vickerstown Railway Museum Episode 1, but I've also started work on a Doctor Who fanfic of my own, which I'm really looking forward to sharing with everyone. And also, I haven't started writing these yet, but I have planned out a few, 3 further Railway series style volumes as well, so hopefully I'll get round to writing those when I can. And here's one thing I have written for my second series of Christmas stories, as you know, my Christmas special service, as you may call it, is running again this year. It will be in Steam and back on my channel, and, well, I'm basically planning, as you know, I've got one Railway series story uploaded, ready for YouTube, and I've recorded, and I just need to edit together an annual story, which I'm adding to it. And there's also a story by another writer, which I'm thinking of, doing my own adaptation of. And also I have written my own original story once again for Christmas, though, you know, whether I will be able to film it like I did last year, or whether I'll just have to do it as an audio production again is, well, you know, very up in the air at the moment because of work and everything. It may be more likely that I'll have to simply do it as an audio production again, you know, to accommodate my job. But I'd still like to film it, though, if I could. And that's an if I could, so, you know, I can't really make any promises. But you can be guaranteed, though, at least, that you will be getting, you know, original stories for Christmas, basically. And other than that, basically, yeah, just, you know, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers, everyone. I really can't believe it's come that far. My channel in over 2 years. You guys are just amazing, though. Wow. And also, as I say, hopefully Vicarstown Railway Museum should be uploaded soon, and you'll definitely be getting quite a fair bit of content from me for Christmas, so, you know, I hope you really enjoy it. And mind you, I hope you enjoyed also my Halloween series this year as well. And also, finally, as I said before, just please, just think twice, okay? Yeah? Before you, I don't know, try and get vengeance on someone who wronged you, okay? But seriously, you could be basically hurting both them and yourself at the same time by simply making the situation worse rather than better. But anyway, dry rails and good running, everyone.